This is the result of our endeavours. And straight away you can see we've removed the rotating, cutty, harvesty blade thing off the front and replaced it with this snow blade. It's V-shaped because that makes it more easy to cut through the snow. And this should be able to move through snow up to 3 feet deep. No problem.
Power comes from a V8 diesel engine which drives these chunky front wheels. And in the snow, as any BMW driver will tell you, front-wheel drive is a lot better than rear-wheel drive. And the combine, when you think about it, it's almost as though it was designed with snow clearance in mind.
I know. It's uncanny, everything about it. You've got the ground clearance, knobbly tyres, front-wheel drive, the weight of it, it's all there.
It's one of those times on Top Gear where you look and think, actually,
we've accidentally been a bit clever.
This might work.
Yeah.
Since the Dominator has a top speed of just 12 miles an hour, it was easy to decide which one of us would be the driver.
What happens if I put it on full? Don't like that.
Good. Give me the beans.
Faster!
Hang on, it's not like a rally car.
It's going the wrong
See
way.
rear wheel steering, look.
It's not very sensitive, Stig. Oh.
There is, of course, one tiny drawback to the combine as a snowplough. Because it was designed to work in August, it has no heater.
No.
Which is why there's a drum in there you can probably see through the window. And that's, well, it's an urn. We've put that in there full of, well, we wanted tea, but James said, I want Bovril.
Because he's in 1950.
We all know that when it's snowing and it's cold, you have Bovril. That's a rule of life.
He likes to paint himself all over in it. It's like baby oil to him. That's what he does.
Bovril.
Him and his lorry driver friends all Bovriled up, and then they slip about. That's what they do.
Besides attaching a plough on the front, we'd also converted the tube that normally shoots out the harvested wheat into a makeshift gritter.
I should be responsible for shoveling the grit from here into this hopper there. Should be good at this because my first job was in fact shoveling grit into a water filtration plant.
Go on then, shovel. Make shoveling. And while he's doing that, I shall explain my role. I can use this lever here to swing the arm to direct the flow of grit either onto the pavement or onto the road behind. Yes, look at this. Okay, James.
Initiating gritting. Reds.
Yes!
And there was grit!
We've made a gritting machine!
But there was one more check we wanted to do.
You know what it's like when you're following a gritting lorry on the motorway and there's that you think, oh no, it's turning my car into a DeLorean.
Yeah, exactly. So to make sure this isn't too powerful, we've got Hammond in a car who's just going to come in here. We're going to do a little experiment, fire the gritter at it, make sure it doesn't actually take the paint off. Okay?
You're right, sideways, won't it?
Yeah, yeah.
OK, James.
Engage. Initiating gritting.
Oh, God, stop it, James! There's been a problem! Make it stop!
Gritting ceased.
Apart from the fact the grit would kill the occupants of any car it hit, we felt the Dominator was ready to start work. But there was a problem.
It's not going to snow, is it?
With crossed fingers, we tuned into the weather forecast.
Good afternoon. We're going to see a change in our weather later on this week. Temperatures really starting to climb, things heading much milder. We've had a fair bit of cloud around already.
Good evening. Well, the good news is there's absolutely no sign of the cold air returning in the near future. It's a very mild outlook. The reason we've got all this warm air is pumping up from the tropics.
What is he?
Oh, all right.
He doesn't know
He
anything.
to rub it in, does he? He
doesn't
sounds
know
all
anything.
gleeful about it.
So if the snow wouldn't come to the Dominator, we would take the Dominator to the snow. Here in Norway, we decided to clear the snow from a frozen lake to make a runway, and then a Nor would land his plane on it.
This is quite snowy.
It must have snowed.
We knew the ice would be thick enough for a light aircraft, but what about our heavy snowbine?
Oh,
I thought you'd been drilling for hours. That was 10 seconds and you... Don't move, just no...
Seriously, has that gone through?
yes. The Norwegians actually have a chart to say how much weight you can put on various thicknesses of ice. So how thick is it?
45 centimetres.
So it's, well, say 50.
No, let's say 40.
Well, it's 45.
So 50 centimetres of ice, 12 tonnes. Combine's more than the
13
tonnes.
tonnes.
It's 13 tonnes.
So we can't do it.
Well, it's only a tonne over.
Bravely, Hammond and the optimistic Jeremy decided not to be on board as I gingerly drove the snowbine out of the woods
Bloody big, this thing.
towards the ice.
3 yards to the lake.
This is it.
I don't like that noise.
Eventually, though, I made it.
Did I or did I not say we'd be all right?
Yeah, was
Jeremy.
that not based entirely on guesswork anyway?
Yes.
Yeah.
But as my guesswork was correct, we set to work.
We're ploughing. We're ploughing, chaps. Look at this.
Yeah! Here we go!
The snow binister. It works.
Yeah! Come on! Come on!
Yeah, yeah!
This is... Oh!
I think we've just gone through it.
Yeah, we have.
That's not an emergency. It's just time to empty your bowels.
Sinking.
You sinking?
Bravely, Jeremy dismounted
Right, James, back it up.
and started issuing orders.
That is sinking badly. Put your blade down, James, because that's just gone through again.
When the combine finally moved, we could see the scale of the peril.
Oh!
It's 300 metres deep.
I mean, it's just water.
However, unlike the snowplow people at Heathrow Airport, we decided not to just give up.
Do you know how many flights were cancelled in Heathrow last year because of the weather? 3,700. Do you know how many flights were cancelled at Oslo because of the weather?
2,000.
2. Heathrow, 3,700.
Because we had one bit of snow.
And as we were proving, all that misery was completely unnecessary.
There really is no excuse. Heathrow, BAA, if you're watching this, you're pathetic. And if anybody in a meeting says, oh, well, the reason why it was shut is sack him. There is no reason why it was shut, because it isn't difficult to clear a runway. It just isn't.
My rant was interrupted at this point by news from below decks.
Bovril's boil. The Bovril's boiling over.
And up top, Hammond was still fretting about the ice.
Oh my God. That's another crack there, look.
Yeah, big one. When we go through, it's going to be worse for him.
Oh God, yes, because he will be pawing at the glass, desperate.
Right now, though, he was pawing at the steering wheel.
James! James, stay right, you idiot! Stay right, it's a straight line we're looking for.
Yeah, I think this will be a tricky landing, actually, James.
It got into a tank slapper.
Look where we're pointing.
James, the trees indicate land.
Eventually, though, James mastered the rear wheel steering.
I'm waiting to look behind us and see a runway complete with lights and everything.
That isn't happening, but it's not bad, look.
And pretty soon, the runway was finished. So we pulled over and radioed the pilot, giving him permission to land.
It's not the smoothest runway.
No, but there's less snow on it than there was.
It is smooth enough, isn't it? Well, we're about to find out. Here he comes. Look at that.
Job done.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We did that.
We did that.
How about that?
Sadly, though, our celebrations were premature.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is quite bumpy.
It's crashed.
He has pretty much crashed there.
At a time like this, there's only one thing a man can do.
Right, quick, go. Just get in,
all
go,
right.
go. Right, James, run.